sheriff cancel on us this morning?
Unless,
It's not on the calendar
yeah,
anymore.
so it wasn't on there.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on the calendar.
Was that June first?
You hear about Captain looking for that? It'll be on my
Oh,
list.
yeah. Where was it?
So Ken, you're leaving what, tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning,
And headed to, again, you told me, but I forget.
Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas, and you're driving the whole way through, stopping probably someplace,
Yeah, we're gonna take 3 days to get there.
3 days to
Get there Friday.
3 days to get back to.
Probably 4 or 5 coming back. We're going up
So what's in Austin?
Oklahoma City and then
What's in Austin, Texas?
up to convention.
Oh, okay. Well, it should be warm.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
gonna make this past week look kinda cool.
It's been kind of humid everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Although I think it broke a little bit. I was thinking it was gonna rain today, but I don't know if it is or not.
Yeah.
This afternoon, we're supposed to have a chance of storms. Well, they're going across Michigan right now.
Is it?
At the end of pending, I got some thank yous to do for the record, and so after we finish pending.
I'm set too, Tori.
Okay, pending issues for June 25th, 2024, volume 112, page 23, minutes of June 20th.
So move.
Second?
Roger?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Fred?
Yes.
Page 24, authorize the treasurer to invest with a company called Meter.
So moved.
Second.
Her recommendation.
Roll call Fred?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Roger?
Yes.
Page 25, hire Emma Buckley for social service worker 2.
So move.
Second?
Fred?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Roger?
Yes.
Volume 7, page 53, vacation and retention payout for the Hardin Hills employees.
So moved.
Second.
Tim?
Yes.
Roger?
Yes.
Fred?
Yes.
We have one Title 4E with JFS and Michael's Resource and Treatment Center to be signed.
So move.
Second?
Fred?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Roger?
Yes.
There's also an agreement in there for the deposit of inactive public funds for the treasurer to
So moved.
use.
Second.
Roll call Roger?
Yes.
Fred?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
And then we have our Board of DD trailer contracts.
Need a motion to pay, to sign that.
So moved.
Needed the motion to sign that.
That's right.
So moved.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Getting ahead of myself. So, and I second.
Roger?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Fred?
Yes.
There's a question that came up from Mike. Somebody's asking him about getting paid on the Wednesday before, instead of the Friday after 4th of July. That would be something you guys can discuss. He said Wednesday afternoon would be possible, but it'd still be dated for Friday. The only thing to note is that the engineers are obviously off Fridays.
Yeah, but the, definitely payday is still Friday. The banks are open, county's open. I guess if Mike can make the checks available for people on Wednesday, especially the county engineer that doesn't work.
That's not who's asking, by the way, just
Yeah,
put that out there.
yeah,
Yeah, and I would agree also too. I think, let's face it, we've had times in the past where we've had holidays fall on Thursday. And I'm sure that we did things accordingly
yeah.
each time. So whatever we did, be consistent about it.
Gotta be consistent.
And then also, I haven't seen the paper yet, but our bid packet should be in the paper today for the beds for Hardin Hills. Do you also want me to advertise that on our website? Under
Yeah.
the leaders?
And again, you got the confirmation that it will be in there.
I got the confirmation via email, but I have not seen the physical paper yet to actually confirm.
But you got confirmation from Kent
I
Times.
did.
Oh, what if they did, we'll sign every one of these things, or what do you want to do?
Let me look at one of those while you sign the others. Paperwork.
Here, this says Commissioner one.
That one says Commissioners 1.
This says in here, in the detail, Commissioner one.
1. Okay, that's just their identifier that these are the documents for this trailer, and those are the documents for that trailer,
I see.
rather than putting everything Hardin Commissioners, and then getting confused in the
Okay.
system, so they just need one signature.
One signature.
Yep.
So you want to take care of that?
Yeah.
Here's the other.
Gotta check to see if that's on the time yet. There's paper already. It is in there.
Oh, good.
The first of 4.
Yep.
We have to post a copy on our office board out here also. That'd be a good idea.
It wouldn't hurt, but I don't think we have to. We
Yeah.
haven't on any other bidding projects.
Did we put something there, Tim, with those names that you've got written down?
Yes. Ready for me? I'll let you finish.
Okay.
Do you want me to put one up, Tim, out here?
Yeah, why don't we? Doesn't hurt to have it posted.
flag on this one page, it needs county's, federal ID number.
Okay.
Tori, when Fred comes back, I got something to add for the record. Thank you, so.
Okay.
Yes,
Should be like
Yeah.
11 pages of
yes.
Yeah,
report. I didn't think you would care if I didn't print all of those out for you.
it's actually easier to view because you can zoom in on the computer.
Yeah. Much
That
easier.
type is pretty small.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
What is Melissa voting with again?
CEBCO, our health insurance.
How, does she come every month? Or how often does she come?
Quarterly reports.
Oh, quarterly.
Remember
It's on there.
last time when she was here, she was late. She
Yes.
said and getting on it, so that's why she's coming so close together.
Okay.
Something else to note that I didn't put on the bottom of pending, our re-roof project that's going out for bid through Garmin Miller.
Mm-hmm.
He has set up the pre-bid meeting for July 16th. He'd like us to approve, or make the motions on July 11th, and then August 8th will be our bid opening. So we've set the dates with Garmin Miller as of yesterday for that.
Okay.
Okay. You had that cough beforehand, Roger, now you're at it too.
Yeah. I wanna get rid of it now, I hope.
Oh, yeah, if you go down there, you'll get rid of it. No doubt about that.
All right, the antibiotics he gave me.
No.
And a cough syrup, he gave me a cough syrup too.
And I did attend the Sons of Civil War Veterans meeting last
you?
And he had a partner in crime also, too.
You did?
I did.
That's her, too.
Oh, yeah, he said you were there.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought-
he gave-
I thought
he
you
gave
said
you
he-
credit.
Okay,
I thought I had
I'm
another
sorry.
one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it was, Mr.
I probably was mowing yard about that time.
Ah,
It was at 7 o'clock. I got there late. And the reason why was I just got done mowing lawn. I got in the car and I looked like crap and I went,
I got here early, the lock up, or unlocked the courthouse.
yeah, you were locked
Due
in.
to,
Jim stayed to lock and I'm hard to lock up
Yeah.
hours.
Scott had to leave, so I locked up after a meeting.
No, I parked outside and when I come to the courthouse, I was brushing off the clippings off my shirt.
Yeah, but the yard vote did the final black raspberry pick last night.
Oh, cool.
Julie came out, I was on my hands and knees picking, and she said, I could have swore I heard you come into the house, and I was in there just talking away, wondering why you weren't answering me. I said, did you quit talking? She said, no, I still was talking to you, and you weren't there.
How did your lawn handle the heat from last week?
Didn't seem to have any problem
Didn't
at
seem
all.
to have too much problem.
It was still green, it cut nice.
Yeah, mine cut nice, very nice.
I don't think I'm gonna need any lawn service in the next 10 days. Because it had gone a week and it looked rough, but it wasn't long.
That's what mine looked rough, but it wasn't long. Did you adjust the height of your
I
deck?
cut longer anyway.
You cut longer.
Yeah. lost it in my ear.
Oh.
She got that out of there, I heard a lot better.
Would you believe I did the same thing, pulled it out, saw it was missing, and I go, pulled it out. Needs to say the plastic tip was no longer good.
No.
it was typically Brad that fills that out and signs. I just never followed up with her. She was asking for the commissioner's approval to
Right.
follow, so I replied.
Well, Joe, it looks like everything out yonder in the far west and everything's gonna start about 11 o'clock today.
It's plowing it pretty good, so.
Looks like 95%, 12 noon, 100%, 90% at next hour, 90% the next, or 50% the next hour.
So you're saying I should have brought an umbrella? You're saying I should have brought an umbrella?
That's what I'm saying is I didn't need to water flowers in the cemetery this morning.
So, what I was in here for is kind of get your direction on what we wanna do on this, chip property that we have, money involved with. I did have these, I don't know if you had a chance to look at all these. The highlighted area is the most crucial point. So in our chip program, some of the involvement that we have is home repairs, private rehab, and then also assisted with, over the years and decades, with Habitat for Humanity and new construction type projects. So we've done a few of those over the years in the course of the CHIP program. So every now and then, we have to go through a process where, we'll give you some background on this. So, the one that, when we did this was done through Hardin County Habitat for Humanity. That went sort of defunct, and then Buckeye Ridge Habitat for Humanity took over all of Hardin County's properties, and they're out of the Marion area. Lynn Zucker is the director for that. So, right, what they're wanting to do is, this property here in Dunkirk at 331 South Main Street, has been vacant and abandoned since 2018. It's been tied up in the courts for at least 3 years, so they've been paying the taxes and then insurance on it, Buckeye Ridge has, and then has also put $20,000 in investment back into it, because it was in a little bit disrepair, once they got it. It's been, abandoned since about 2018. The reason is this is where the, murder-suicide occurred, so, and it's been tied up in the court system. So, the lady that signed this, obviously is no longer, living, so Buckeye Ridge took this over and was trying to get it back on the market. So, what they're asking is they've got it ready to sell, and we have a $10,000 20-year lien on this, and we can do one of three things, and we can, and we always take these on a case-by-case basis, and we need to make sure whatever decision we do is that we're not setting a future precedent as well. So, you have really three options. They try to requalify this guy if or the person that's trying to get back in here met all the qualifications that this original person did, then we would just carry the lien on until the end, but they did not respond to those qualifications that we need to meet, so we need to do one of three things here. So, we can request the full $10,000 payment in full, because it's still within the 20-year limit. August 21st, 2013 was the date that was signed, so it would carry on for a little while. We can forgive it 100%, or we can prorate it. And what we've done with our private rehab ownership properties is those are more of a 5 to 10 year lien that we have on those, and we've dealt with these in the past as well through here. We've looked at prorating those. What we didn't want them to do is turn and flip the house and make a profit, and that's why we have the liens on. 20-year lien is really one of our longer ones. They're more 5 and 10. On our private owned rehab, 20-year may be an agreement with Habitat, and like I said, the person that signed this is no longer living in our Habitat for Humanity chapter is no longer in existence, so none of these players are still in play today. So I'm just looking for direction because they're looking at selling it. Buckeye Ridge Habitat for Humanity is looking at investing in more properties, and she had specifically told me they're looking in Kenton here, down around the Maria Drive area, which I believe is down where the East Crest School is. So they're looking at building new houses down there that are affordable. So they're gonna reinvest back into the community. They said they have 3 individuals that are in the pipeline that would qualify. So, but I guess what we're looking at, if either pay it off in full, which is the full 10,000, or we forgive 100%, or we prorate. Those are really your 3 options. So we have a $10,000 payoff, and we break that down on a monthly basis. That ends up being $41.67 per month. I'm rounding that. So they have, the payoff, if you did do a proration, would be around $4,582.90 is what they would owe. Of course, the full amount would be the 10,000, and then 100% forgiven would be 0. So they are looking to move and sell this property later in the week or the first of next week. So I told them I'd meet with you guys and get back to them.
So if we do, either the 100% payback or the prorated, that money then is available for them if they wanna do another project?
Well, that money will, yeah, that's a good question. So this money would come back into what's called our program income. Comes into a county fund account, and that's how we can use it on other housing type projects. Not on infrastructure or not on anything else. It has to be like-minded expenses within the housing spectrum, so. But it won't go back to, Habitat for Humanity, it would come into our fund, so.
What do we normally do in the past with?
Well, I don't know that we've had one as far as like a new construction or a habitat that I recall, but consistently on, and it's always on a case-by-case basis, and not everything's, some of these are unique, but on the private owner rehab, which we have more dollars tied into those, we'll have $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 tied into that, and they usually have a 5 to 10 year lien period, and so much is forgiven per year. So it's prorated is what we've done in the past. That's just the short answer. So
So,
I'm just trying to, whatever we do here, because we could have another one of these, possibly over in ADAS or whatever we do here would impact that as well. So,
it sounds like in other similar areas that we've done prorated.
yeah, I mean, that's totally up to you guys. We don't normally have a 20-year lien on, it's just on the newer construction stuff and on the habitat. Our private owner rehabs are typically 5 to 10 year liens.
Yeah.
So these, and the fact that these parties are no longer, they're no longer existent.
I think prorated is.
I think so too. To me, it sounds like, even though it's not quite the same, it's kind of consistent with some of the things we're doing with other areas similar to it. So I would say prorated ones.
Yeah, I know what you're. Prorate sounds good.
Okay, so,
I have a motion to approve prorated reimbursement.
So I make the motion to utilize prorated.
Second.
Roll call, Roger?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes.
Fred?
Yes.
so
So
we're
that's the 4582.
4,582.90 is what the payoff would be on the
That's what-
prorated amount. So we're a little past 10 years into the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit past half.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'll have John Schwimmer, he'll provide the waive,
around noon, we should start seeing some rain.
A little further west, it's gonna be about 11.
It's a line that going across the top of the state, it's kinda just moving down this way. Not quite get to the floor.
Looks like it's 100% as you get
Yeah.
near town or so.
Yeah, there's some orange and a little bit of red in that.
So, doesn't look like it's much, though. I'm seeing a half inch in that neighborhood.
Well, I put them in the panic camp Sunday. I was watching radar and I said, oh, yeah, there's some rain coming. It's not gonna be too awful much. I said, look, right there at the red dot. And they immediately went to storm. The red dot's my GPS locator on my map.
Oh, I see.
They were wanting to take down awnings and canopies.
How was it down there?
Other than being hot, we had a nice breeze almost all the time.
Water and a lake nearby?
Yeah, it wasn't too far away, but we couldn't get to the lake. Had an E. coli
Oh, really?
alert. They blamed it on the raccoons.
On the raccoons.
Yeah,
That's different.
different, yep.
Yeah.
I guess the news media from Cincinnati showed up there. There were some kids that were swimming in the lake and the news media showed up, said, what you guys doing? We've been swimming. Well, you shouldn't be swimming. There's a E. coli warning. What?
Oh, wow. How far away from Cincinnati was this?
Yeah, probably about 45 miles.
45 miles.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming to the northeast or
Northwest.
northwest. Oh, it's to the west.
Yeah.
So you're getting close to
We were
Indiana
only
line,
like 5 or 6 miles from Indiana.
from the Indiana line. I see. It was a deer of Route 50. Does that ring a bell?
I don't remember seeing
There-
Route 50.
If you're on the Harbor Belt around Cincinnati, I think it's Route 50 you can get off. And it's a straight shot into Indiana. And,
It's near Oxford, if you know where Oxford is. Miami
oh,
University.
that's Miami University. This
About
is,
7 miles
a
from
little,
Oxford.
yeah, 50 is a little south of that, I think.
They have an excellent naturalist program down there. We went to several of their presentations. One of them, there's a lot of fossils down there. That's their big draw.
Oh, really? Is it?
And so we did a fossil hunting trip with two naturalists. Went into a creek and you just walked the creek and checking rocks and
So
whatnot.
what sort of fossils do you find?
Ones with funny long names.
Okay.
They're mostly plant and small little animals from way back when.
Wait,
There's just something about the way that the glaciers move the dirt and everything around it. There's a section right in there where they're at the layer that they're all exposed.
interesting.
But the there were 2 girls that were taking us down this creek. One says, there's a water snake. She grabbed it and it grabbed her. So she brought her hand up, there were 2 little streams of blood coming down her hand. And they have bird of prey rehab facility there. And they had 2 or 3 presentations on those, and they would bring the birds right out. And we're this close to red-tailed hawks and barn owls, barred owls. One guy, very, very knowledgeable on the birds. He'd been there a while. 2 bald eagles.
Interesting. You know,
They didn't bring them out of the cage.
you did what?
They didn't bring them out of the cage.
It was a nice area, but east is
Yeah.
near Oxford.
the outer offices, and they're all in the court right now,
Yeah.
so they're at least all enjoying the weather.
But at least pleasant.
But there's a guy up there with testing stuff running all over the place, up in the attic, back down. So they're working on it apparently. That's good.
I see what she's saying. But I didn't, reach straight away from this.
that why you wanted the time?
Yep, I just,
Tim, did you need John? Maintenance John? Somebody told him you were looking for him. Okay.
If you've got questions, we'd appreciate if you would have those written down and submit them to us. We'd be
Well,
happy to
no,
answer them.
I was just following up with my, finish up. I'm on the agenda, I didn't think I can ask, or do, no?
If you have questions, we would appreciate you writing them out, because quite frankly, as you talk,
I
it's
can
hard
talk
to tell when one
slower.
question ends and another one starts, and it's hard for us to answer your questions when we aren't sure what they are. If you put them in writing, then we can give you answers.
No, but then my questions don't make it into the public meeting, which then I think is a concern, because it's a public concern that should go into the public meeting. But I give you these questions, and they go into a file, and they never make it to the public
They're
meeting.
returned to you. You're free to
No, they go into,
post them if you want to post them. You can do with as you want after we give you back the answers.
then how about I don't ask any questions?
That's fine.
If you have
And,
comments.
And
yeah, I can make a
And-
comment.
And you have to understand that we don't open up the floor for public comments. And just making an appointment so that you can come in and make public comments is not going to work. We have meetings for people with a certain purpose and not just for them to make a statement to us. So if you have specific business is one thing, but if you're here to make statements to us, which you have in the past,
Okay,
that's public comment.
what would be a specific business?
We deal with vendors, we deal with other department heads. You've seen how our meetings go, and you know when we have a specific business item to discuss with someone. It's not just your comments to us about how you don't think we should be closing the county home.
Well, I mean, I think it was fantastic news that we had last week about being able to sell the beds. I think that was great. I mean, I think that works for the benefit of the community overall. So, I mean, I think that's really exciting to share, that you guys were able to get that accomplished. So, what method do you guys prefer in communicating with the citizens of the county? Do you have any goals of communicating with citizens? Are you open to communicating with citizens?
Yes.
And how would that be done?
I don't think you're understanding the same person coming in and repeating the same statements and asking the same questions is not communicating with the citizen.
But you don't know what my statement was gonna be. How would you know it's gonna be the same? And if it is the same, I mean, maybe somebody else could come in and speak? You don't want me to come back because I've been here before? You don't want me to comment because I've been here before? I mean, I had something that I thought was gonna be the very last thing on this ordeal, but you're not willing to.
We'll let you get one last session though, but understand that you can't just make an appointment with us just to stand up and make comments. Because that is public comment.
And that's not okay. So then this is just for, so this is just for business people?
This is for
This is where you
conducting the
conduct
business of the
business?
county. That's why we have a meeting, is to conduct the business of the county.
Okay, so,
Public, if, you know, you're citing the law to us all the time, and public records and all of that. Part of that law says that public bodies do not have to receive comments from the public at their meetings.
yes, I would agree.
And that's just what we're telling you.
Okay. What is an appropriate method for myself or other community members to have conversations with one or more of you that would not be at this public meeting? If it's not allowed in this public meeting, how does a citizen come and speak with you guys as county commissioners?
You can call and ask for one of us to call back, stop in and ask for a phone call. If you see us out in public, you can stop and ask.
Can
There's
I,
no guarantee that we'll have time to talk to you when you stop and talk to us on the street. You know, we
but I
have
could
other
set up
lives.
a personal meeting with each one of you to talk about it? Is that? I mean, I'm open. If you guys say you're not welcome in the public meeting, then I guess that's your right to say that.
I didn't say you weren't welcome in a public meeting.
Well, to get up and make comments in the public meeting, right?
Correct.
So you're saying that's not acceptable, that is within your jurisdiction to say. I would like to know how is it that I come to communicate with you as a citizen
And I
standpoint?
just answered that.
Right. So I can make, meeting requests would be the most appropriate, so that we had time, you had time, I had time, we come, and then I can bring this. And we have a discussion, one-on-one, that's what you're suggesting?
If any of us have the time available and are so desire, we can talk to you one-on-one, yes. I'm not gonna guarantee you that
Right,
that myself or my
Right.
two fellow commissioners are going to want to talk, but
right.
that's the option.
Well, I guess that's your decisions, as long as you are all on the same page with that. You're all good? You agree? Well, it's unfortunate, I will say, but, you know, still happy Hardin Hills beds were saved and accomplished, so, for whatever that's worth.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, sure.
Roger, since
Yes.
you made motions on Mark's prorate, I don't need to do any kind of resolution, right? Just note, put it in the minutes that you guys approved
No,
it?
that probably should be in a resolution.
Okay. You're welcome. Appreciate it. All of them.
And do you have it?
I do not, but I can pull it up.
Okay, do you need a copy?
Sure.
Good
I
morning.
did bring you a copy. Good morning. Good morning. Did I do it wrong?
coffee, Mayor. Okay? And you gentlemen have this on your,
Yes,
Yes, we do.
we can enlarge it.
good
Hello,
morning, sir,
how are
nice
you?
to see you. Good morning, sir, nice to see you. Oh, you're just frozen. Good morning. And I'm warm as toast. Hello. Okay. So with me today, I'll wait for Tori to tell me it's okay to go.
Yes, ma'am, just note that you are being, recorded for all of this.
We have a citizen that is recording and it is being posted to the internet.
Okay,
So as you have any comments that may be restricted because of HIPAA laws, let us know and we can go into closed session for that.
a lot of the data that I'm bringing does have, HIPAA information, no names, however, it is HIPAA information, this is your healthcare information. Is that something that we can do, is to go into executive session?
Yeah, I believe it is under 121.22 G5, matters required to be confidential by law. So,
So moved to go into executive session.